Twitter in the pre-market is higher off the back of this headline. Crossing the Bloomberg terminal, Twitter to appoint Elon Musk to the board of directors. Twitter saying there's an agreement with Musk to not own more than 14.9% of the company. Of course, he's taken a so-called passive 9.2% stake. 24 hours later, Tom, there's nothing passive about it. Twitter saying Musk's term to expire at its 2024 annual meeting. I'd say this is the beginning, Tom. This is not the end.
John, I just did a center tendency on the Twitter ascent when they were above $60 a share. And the average point there, I'm just making this up quick, folks, on the Bloomberg terminal, is $64 a share. So from 30-something to 40-something to 52-ish right now, and that's how far we are from the average of the good old days of Twitter.
This is a man who adds a ton of value to everything he touches, whether it's Tesla, Dogecoin, or in this case, whether it's Twitter for that matter as well. Tom, is this going to be any different?
No, the debate this morning, and I'm not up to speed on the fancy techie stuff of this, is an edit button, John. So when I go out and trash the tots, the rare times when they lose, I guess I can go back in and edit the tweet later.
Yeah, this is not going to be about an editing button at all.
Yeah.
And I think if we lead with that, we're being disingenuous. This is going to be about freedom of speech. And Elon Musk's interpretation of freedom of speech versus, say, currently what's going on internally at Twitter and their interpretation of freedom of speech.
Does he push to bring back Donald Trump?
I think he might do. I don't know what's in his mind. I wouldn't get into the business of trying to work out what he thinks. But is that possible? Sure, that's possible.
I think that the edit button is part of the conversation. I agree with you that it's not the main thing, but that's part of crowdsourcing news standards, right? I mean, these are some of the discussions that you have in a newsroom. Do you edit a story? Do you correct it? Do you then have to say that you did correct it? All of these things are basically being crowdsourced, and he's being a very vocal voice in leading the charge.